Beautiful humans, welcome back to another episode of the I Like Birds podcast. I'm your host, Zach Rippey, and this podcast is dedicated to the non-believers, the confused believers, and the true believers. Because I, at one time or another, was all three, and I'm here to help you get a better understanding of who Jesus is and what he's all about. Let's grow in our faith together. You learn as I learn. I like the Bible, and I like words, so therefore, I like birds. Let's start the show.
People, are you ready? Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
Welcome back to another episode of the I Like Birds podcast. This is actually going to be a very interesting bird talk one for you because it is the first time I'm challenging you as the listener to do something that's bigger than just listening. And it's because of this. It's what I felt called to do, and I felt like sharing this with you. I actually finished the New Testament recently. You guys probably already knew that if you've been listening to the last few episodes. And I wrote this, and I just kind of felt this on my heart about a week ago, and I meant to just put it out earlier and sooner, but man, here we are, and here's the challenge for you guys. I challenge you guys to read the New Testament, and we'll call it the Bird Challenge. Read the New Testament in 6 months. You can bounce around from book to book to keep it interesting, because I personally think that reading 4 Gospels in a row, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, I think that's not the way to do it. I think it's too much of like kind of the same thing in different ways, which is, of course, they're all individually amazing, but bouncing it around in a little 6-month thing will make it kind of go well for you. And I'll be actually posting a Bible study plan for you guys on my website, zachrippey.com. I'll make sure I post it on Instagram and Facebook so you know where to go find it, so you can read it in a similar way that I read it, and I can also kind of guide you into what's the best way to really sow in the information in a very good, genuine way. And you can switch it up, of course. You don't have to do the one that I come up with. I'm just challenging you to read the New Testament in general. I'm just giving you guys what worked for me in a similar way. And I say similar because I don't even remember the whole order I read it in, but I remember most of the time of most of the flow of the things that I read in the last over the last 4 months. And I finished in about 4.5, maybe 5 months. But I think that 6 months is a healthy challenge, though. And if you commit to the Bird Challenge, I have a big surprise for you. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but let me know if you're doing the Bird Challenge, and I'll individually let you know. And I think it's going to be worth getting through to the end because it's just going to be special for you. It's going to be special for me, for everybody on the show. And it's just going to be special in the pursuit of Jesus, man. Reading the New Testament over the last 5 months, if you guys can't tell, has drastically changed my life in nothing but great ways. Nothing but blessings and eternal joy and peace that I've never felt before. So I ask you, are you ready to change your life? Are you ready to do the Bird Challenge? And are you ready to really find out how dope Jesus is for yourself? And through the medium of this podcast, through your own readings, are you ready to know more? Are you ready to have your heart explode every morning before work? Are you ready to have your mind blown before bed? Are you ready to read it? How many days do you leave the Bible on the shelf? No, don't leave it on the shelf. Leave it out. Leave it at the dining room table. Leave it at the coffee table. Leave it on your nightstand. Leave it at your breakfast table. Bring one to work. Who you playing? You got time to read at work. You got time to check Facebook. You got time to read. You got time to check Instagram stories of people you don't even really rock with. You got time to read. I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to me right now. And one thing I noticed in Revelation and throughout the New Testament is that God really does have people do his talking for him. He's so powerful, he doesn't have to talk to you directly every time. He speaks to you through people too. Even during the end times, the angels he's appointed will do the talking for him. Other people and spirits praise his name constantly. In the Bible and our life right now, man, we got to find those people and listen with open ears and open hearts. And that's why I truly believe the internet is a bad place majority of the time, because so many souls are on the internet that aren't saved. So many are living for this world. It's quite distracting and heart-wrenching. Luckily, in my spirit, I still want to reach those people. I still want to help those confused people find out who Jesus is because they see me so hype and radiant about it. And I'll tell you this, man. The more you read the Bible, the less you care about the internet. The more you read the Bible, the less you care about the news. The more you read the Bible, the more you care about what's in your home, within your heart, and within your circle of friends and family that you're touching. You're basically stepping your foot out of the world into God's world. And I really encourage you to read it, man. This is the first time I'm ever challenging you to do something. And I hope it resonates, man. I hope you consider it. And hit me up if you have any questions about it at all. and need some words of encouragement, because I'm there for you. It's hard to understand sometimes the Bible, especially King James Version. I'll let you know which translation I really like, which is the NLT. I got some other ones that I'm a fan of now as of recent. And man, I challenge you to read the New Testament, man. I'm going to start reading some of the Old Testament when I'm starting my school program in the next couple weeks. And so some of the episodes are going to change, man, because I'm going to be into different things, So the New Testament is always going to have a big place in my heart, and I'm always going to read it on my own. But I challenge you to read it, and I'm just excited that I felt the need to put this out there, this little bird talk, because I think it's going to be beneficial for you. It's going to be beneficial for me, for the show, and for the kingdom. So I challenge you, and I hope you accept it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. One love. Check out Vibing with Jesus Part 1, 2, and 3, because they are heaters. Man, I'm so excited. I love this show, and I love you guys. Thanks for listening. Share this with a friend that needs a challenge. All right.